Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, let me give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. They do rule exceptionally well. They continually feed the flock with 100% truth. They do that free of charge, and they uplift and they magnify the name of Yahweh and the name of Yahweh Shai. All right, I want to say shalom, citations, mercy, and blessings to all you sincere brothers that's out there pushing this word with truth and with faith, striving to be a part of the hopeful elect to the very best of your ability, doing the right thing in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? My name is Tabawa Amath of Great Millstone Northwest. I'm coming back with another message. My hope is that the message itself is received. If the Lord allows it, I pray that there's some edification that comes from this. All right, as you see, what I got pulled up on the screen is the RFID chip implant, which we here at Great Millstone teach that is the mark of the beast, okay, pursuant to Revelation, the 13th chapter, at the 16th verse, okay, through the rest of the chapter, which I believe there's like 4 more verses in there, okay. So what we believe that to be talking about is this RFID microchip. This is the future of payment. This is the future of identification. This is the future of tracking and control, okay? If you haven't been under a rock, if you haven't been willingly blind, you would know that everything is going digital, all right? The money system is going digital. They're making great strides to ensure that the money becomes digital. Most of your transactions is either through your debit card, credit card, or some type of online payment. A lot of individuals don't even carry around a wallet anymore, as you can get virtual debit cards or virtual credit cards to be able to pay for things. Okay, you got things like Apple Pay. You got, these different programs, Cash App, SoFi. What's the other one? What's the other one I'm thinking of? Chime. Okay, you could pay using all of that without actually having a physical wallet. All right. And there's many other programs as well, but that's the way that they're moving in. And ultimately what they want to do is link it all in with this RFID microchip, and that's what we teach here at Great Millstone. Now, there's a lot of Israelite camps that are out there that do not believe that the RFID microchip, as you see on your screen, is indeed the mark of the beast, and they teach that it's something else. However, whatever else they come up with, whether they say it's sin, whether they say it's an embargo, all right, whether they say it's whatever they may say it is, it doesn't quite track with how the scriptures say that you'll be able to buy or sell. And individuals who give the testimony of having an RFID microchip will let you know that they should indeed, or that they can indeed buy and sell with it, okay? Because all this has to do is link to the database that holds the your number. I mean, your debit card is just a number that gets ran through the system that links to your account. Well, they could put the number on this chip and be able to use that to link your account, okay, or to access your account. Let's go to the book of Revelation. All right, let's go to Revelation chapter 13. Let's read what it says about the mark of the beast right here at verse 16, starting at verse 16. And I'm sorry, it was only 2 more scriptures after that. Okay. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And we always go into this word mark here at Great Millstone, which this word mark goes into the Greek word charagma. Okay. We know we got chi, psi, stigma when you go into it saying the that the number of the name is 603 score and 6. Okay, we always go into this. Okay, this mark is a stamp or an imprinted mark. Okay, something branded upon a theme carved, a sculpture, a graven work, and they will use this needle, as you see right here where it says Body Hackers implant. Let me bring it to the top of the screen. You see it on the upper left hand corner. You see that there's that syringe that's right there. Okay, and they use that syringe, as you can see in this picture that's now in, I'm sorry, I said upper right hand, I meant upper left hand corner, that you can now see in your upper left hand corner. You see somebody receiving it through a syringe inside of their hand. All right, Here's another picture of it with black gloves on at the upper left hand corner of your screen. Okay, upper right hand corner. Okay, you see, and oh, that's a great picture of it right there. All right, at the upper left hand corner. All right, that's that syringe. That's a delivery system that they're going to use to put that RFID microchip inside of your body. All right, so we always get into this. Us here at Great Millstone, this is no new thing. We constantly go into this. You go into this root word. It's talking about a pale, a stake, a palisade, which this can be considered a palisade. Okay, this delivery system via this syringe right here. Okay, I don't know what just happened. I hit the back button and it did that. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to this. Here we go. All right. So we know, we here at Great Millstone, we are very much aware, and we fully do believe that the mark of the beast is indeed this RFID microchip and the technology that's tied in with it. Okay. If you don't believe, that's on you. The thing is, everyone is about to be tested, and the scriptures speak about how everyone is going to be tested. How there's going to be a great test on this earth. Okay. Let me finish reading this. It says, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. All right. And again, when you go into that 603 score and 6, it goes into, well, let's look at it. Let's just take a look real quick. Okay. 600. Three score and 6. Damn it. I hit the wrong button. So that's where they get the 666. And if you notice, man, anybody that's got eyes, you know that Esau is obsessed with the number 603 score and 6. Okay. You got these characters right here, which these Greek characters is chi, psi, and stigma. Okay. Chi, psi, and stigma. All right. 603 score and 6. I mean, that's the Greek alphabet for 603 score and 6. But when you get into this Greek, okay, in which the elder Yashawamba, the elder brother Yashawamba, the beloved elder brother Yashawamba of Great Millstone, Dallas, always gets into this, you know, the meaning behind these characters themselves. Okay. Now we know that the barcode technology, the UPC technology that's being used, has the 666 on it. Let me pull up a barcode. Okay, which a barcode is on everything that you buy. Okay, let's look in these images. In which I remember as a kid, man, I used to hate looking at barcodes, like just in general, just seeing them. Even now, as I'm looking at it on the screen, even now it kind of you know, it kind of makes my stomach sick a little bit. It gives me a very uneasy feeling, and that's, I don't know, it's always been like that. I've always had a little bit of an issue just looking at barcodes. Something about it just isn't quite. There's something about it ain't right. All right. Now this is a great example. This picture right here of a barcode. Now what you see in this barcode is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 8, right? So between the 1 and the 2 right here, you see these two long lines right here. Well, that line represents a 6, all right? You have that also right here in the middle where it represents a 6. Those the two longer lines, longer than the rest of them, okay? And then right here at the end also, you have these two lines which represents a 6, which this picture is showing you what a 2 looks like. A 2 has a long skinny line and then a fatter line. A 3 has a big fat line and then a skinny line. A 4 has not so much of a fat line and a skinny line, which they have various spacing as well. When we get over here to 6, what is it? It's 2 very skinny lines, okay? It's the same 2 skinny lines that we're seeing right here with the same spacing that we see right here in the middle, right here at the end, and right here at the end, okay? And to prove it, look, you see what this 8 is? It's 2 skinny lines, but they're kind of spaced out much further. The 7 has 2 skinny lines, but they're spaced out a lot further than what you see with the 6. Well, the 8 has 2 skinny lines that's not as spaced out as the 7. And since we have another 8 here, guess what? It's those same 2 skinny lines, just to show you that I'm not making that up, okay? If we look at the 2, it should be, well, this 2 has a skinny line and a smaller line right there, but the point is there, okay? The point is there that these skinny lines right here that's at the middle and at both ends, those represents a 6, just as we can see right here, okay? So you have your 666 within the UPC universal product code that's used on everything that's purchased as it is. Well, it's about to become even more digital than that via that RFID microchip. Now, I want to take a look real quick at something that was stated in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. All right, Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, which I like this scripture for what's being said without being said. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation." Okay, so the ones that are able to actually keep their patience, all right, meaning that they're going to maintain their integrity throughout the great trial, which is to come upon the whole earth, which that great trial is going to be whether you accept or whether you reject that RFID microchip, which we here at Great Millstone tell you is the mark of the beast. All right. So the Lord says that he will keep us from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. The point, oh, and then it says, "Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown," meaning that you got to stand firm in this hour of temptation. Well, why is it going to be an hour of temptation? Well, as we just read in Revelation 13, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy, or in their left butt cheek, or in their right thigh, or, you know, in their little finger, or whatever. Wherever they have it, they're going to require for you to get a mark. You're going to have to take something underneath your skin to show that you want to be a part of the society. All right, that you have a badge, a mark to show your that you're a good citizen. Okay, it's no wonder that in Britain, or I'm sorry, not, I shouldn't say in Britain, I should say in the UK, they are pushing to require a digital ID. Okay, that will be here in America very soon. Mark my words. It says that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark. Well, the way that we buy and sell now is through transactions, whether it be cash, because there is still places where you can use cash, or whether it be some type of a digital transaction, being it through your debit card, credit card, or what have you. All right, or online purchase. The way you make online purchases is not with cash. You can't purchase things online with cash. You have to use either a debit card or a credit card, okay, or some form of payment that has an electronic balance to it, where it can access the money electronically. If you can't do that, if all you have is cash, well, you can't go on Amazon and buy anything with just cash. Okay, you have to be able to translate your cash into a electronic currency. Well, everything is going to be electronic. They've been phasing cash out for a long time. I think I want to say it was last year, or maybe even the year before that. It was sometime recent where they had announced that they was going to stop producing the penny. Okay, which that's just the first step. Of course, you know, the rest of cash is also going to be obsolete, which cash money in general doesn't get you nowhere near as much as it did 10 years ago or even 20 years ago. Okay, so no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to buy or sell, which the main way you're going to get, or the thing that we believe to be the mark of the beast, is going to be this here. And that whole system is what's going to allow you to be able to buy and sell. I'm wondering what this says. Why did I implant? This is from popsci.com. Okay. And this is from May 24th, 2016. Why did I implant a chip in my hand? Okay. It says, a few months ago in the expo hall of the Austin Convention Center, I laid my left hand flat on the blah, 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 blah. Let's get to it. Let's figure out why. Why did you do it? All right. NFC chip, like a card reader, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Is he going to say anything good in here? It says right now, most systems aren't designed to work with independent NFC chips. For example, iPhones don't allow you to use the built-in NFC reader for anything other than Apple Pay. For anything other than Apple Pay. So it will allow you, Apple will allow you to use your NFC for Apple Pay. Okay? It says, which means I can't use my implant to unlock my phone. I can, however, unlock my partner's Android. A fun party trick I show. Okay, whatever. I thought he was going to say something. I thought he was going to say something good. Here he's talking about unlocking car doors and front doors. And, you know, they're going to use a lot of that to be able to for the convenience, you know, not having to worry about passwords or not having to carry keys around or carry a wallet or anything like that. They're gonna use a lot of that for convenience, but this guy isn't quite, from what I just scanned through, I didn't quite see anything payment. Let's see. Let's go to all. Sells a chip that can be implanted. Man uses chip implant. Ooh, look at this. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Fair use. This is 2 years ago, by the way. Okay? This is 2 years ago, by the way. Let's go ahead and speed this up. All right? Let's go ahead and speed this up. This is 2 years ago. Fair use. All right? Storeful viral. Here we go.
Good, okay? Samsung phone 3 pets, yeah? Yes, that's right, yes.
Hold on. Let's hear how they speak so we can know where they're at.
Please. Good, you okay? Samsung phone 3 pets, yeah? Yes, that's right, yes.
So, sounds like they may be overseas, all right? Based off of the currency system that they're speaking on, all right? But let's look. Because that's the same. This is the same card reader you'll see at the gas station near you. All right, let's go. And you see at the top of the, you see that symbol right there, man, which lets you know that it will. That's the tap symbol. You can tap to pay with anything that has that symbol. You can tap to pay. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Doesn't work? Alright, there we go. How do you do it? Magic. Huh? Magic. Ah, magic.
You see that? Did you see that? He was able to pay using this technology, man. All right? So a lot of individuals are going to have to eat their words, especially them of the IUIC, the leader of the IUIC, who made such a big deal about it. I remember back some years back, he was talking about how it's June, ain't no microchip. You're going to have to eat those words, man. Okay? He said that the sister in his in the congregation said that the dog got a microchip, so he told him the dog can go buy some lamb. You're gonna have to eat those words, man, because this technology is out, and more everything that's going on right now is just leading towards the RFID microchip, man. Okay, the microchip implant lets you pay with your hand. That's something off of Reddit. Okay, Wisconsin company, which we know about this Wisconsin company, offering employees for human chipping. Okay, NFC payment implant. All right, let's take a look at that. That's okay. That's something in Europe. It's Well, Europe uses NFC, But that technology is, it's not nothing new, and it's just it hasn't really rolled out in wide scale here in America, but in other places it's already there. And you'll notice that America is usually the last ones to get on board with certain things, man. Usually they got to get the rest of the world into it first, and America's like the last stronghold for it. Okay, but the point of all of this is that this great trial is about to come upon the entirety of the earth. All right, and it's only those who get the victory through Yahweh Shai that's going to be able to stand firm and not cave to this. A lot of you individuals that's out there are not going to really make it through. You're not really going to be able to make it through. I was trying to get back to Revelation, the 3rd chapter. Sluck it. You're not going to be able to make it. You're not going to be able to make it through without caving. All right. When this hard time is upon us, because this is a trial that it said was going to take. Is the whole earth was going to have to go through it. All right. And Yahweh Shai even said that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. How are you going to, if you're not telling your people, your congregation, that the RFID microchip is indeed the RFID, I'm sorry, the RFID microchip is indeed the RFID. Well, duh. No, if you're not telling your congregation that the RFID microchip is indeed the mark of the beast, then they are not preparing themselves to reject it. Okay. Which means even if they don't believe that it is the RF or the mark of the beast, they might take it because they don't believe that it's the mark of the beast. And they don't think that there's anything wrong in taking it, and that blood is going to be upon your hands. Okay, let's go real quick. Let's grab the book of First Peter, the 1st chapter. All right, 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations." There's going to be temptations that come that's going to be very tough. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire. This is not going to be an easy thing to reject, man. Okay, and that's why that's why I perceive that a lot of individuals don't want to. There's multiple reasons why an individual might not be willing to actually admit that Great Millstone has it right. Okay, maybe that they're too prideful. They don't want to admit that the elders and the apostles was correct in this whole thing. Okay, they don't want to look foolish in front of their congregation, but they don't want to be exposed as the false prophets that they are, which will come to light either way. Okay. I mean, there's many different reasons on why individuals, which I'm not in their mind. I don't know why, these guys won't just keep it real and keep it funky. I don't know, but they're gonna have to pay for that, man, because this trial is about to come upon everybody. All right, and their people are gonna want answers, man. Okay. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold, perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which we want to be found with, we want to be found with praise and honor and glory when Yahweh Shai returns. All right, we don't want to be ashamed because we allowed the devil, Esau Edom, our enemy, to implant his microchip into our body. All right. So even if you don't believe it's the mark of the beast, you still shouldn't allow him to be able to do that. All right, and you might be saved through that. Okay, even if you didn't believe it was the mark of the beast, you might still receive salvation by rejecting the MOTB. Okay, the Lord might forgive you for anything else that you could have gotten wrong. Okay, because this trial is definitely coming upon everybody, and we all are going to be judged. We're all going to go to the judgment seat based off of what we did, whether it was good or whether it was bad. What's that? 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter, 2 Corinthians 5 and 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done, whether it be good or whether it be bad. So whether you rejected that MOTB or whether you accepted that MOTB. Okay. Or what we call the MOTB, because not everybody has that same opinion of it being the MOTB, although I fully believe, without a doubt in my mind, that the RFID microchip that we was just looking at is indeed the mark of the beast that's about to come upon the earth. This is about to be that great trial. Okay, this is going to be a trial that comes upon the whole earth that is something that's never been before, man. Look at this. You see right here, someone is making a payment using their hand, man. Okay? You guys should apologize, man. That had scoffed at this. You really should repent and apologize. I mean, you don't gotta apologize to us here at Great Millstone. Apologize to the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? For mocking his prophets. Because the Lord revealed this unto us. Okay, starting with the beloved elder apostle Tahar, working his way all the way through the ranks of us here in Great Millstone, okay, in the affiliate camps. We can see this clear as day, that this technology is the mark of the beast that's spoken about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. And anything else that's been presented that it could be the mark of the beast by these other Israelite groups does not stand up to fulfilling the aspect of buying and selling. Okay, it does not stand up to the aspect of everybody being caused to receive it, whether they was well to do or not. Okay, so on and so forth, man. There's another scripture that's just like this. I think it's in 1 Corinthians. Hold on, 1 Corinthians. Bear with me just real quick. Babu Shah. The foundation. That's it. Yep. To the point, I'm gonna read this. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 13. I'm gonna read it in NLT. Let's check it out in the NLT. It says, "But on the judgment day, fire will reveal what kind of work each builder has done. The fire will show a person's work. I'm sorry. The fire will show if a person's work has any value. If the work survives, that builder will receive a reward. Okay." But if the work is burned up, the builder will suffer great loss. The builder will be saved, but like someone barely escaping through a wall of flames. Okay, so we're gonna see who had it right, who didn't have it right. Okay, and Great Millstone, I'm gonna tell you this: Great Millstone has years and years and years of prophesying about this technology. Okay, about this this prophecy of the mark of the beast being the RFID microchip. We have years of that. All right. And we have receipts of other camps of years of scoffing at it. All right. And the angels took account of all of it as well. It's because you're I can perceive it already that you're going to have some of these groups that has a difference of opinion on the mark of the beast popping up and saying that, you know, it's the RFID microchip. And they're not going to give any reverence towards the apostles for bringing that out. OK, they're just going to pop up as if they came up with it all on their own, that they always been down with that. Okay, but the Lord knows. All right, that's why it says that the work's going to be going through the fire. The Lord sees all. All right, you're gonna be judged based off of the things that you've done, whether it was good or whether it was bad. Okay, but we're all going to be brought through that fire. That's why it speaks about Zechariah 13, the third part being brought through the fire and being refined. Okay, and tried as gold. Okay, because there's certain men who are spiritually preparing themselves to suffer loss, okay, and to go without. So that way it's an easier thing to do while in the midst of that trouble, okay, while in the midst of that temptation, when Esau made it where you can't do anything if you don't have that technology. You guys that's not preparing for that, you guys that haven't been teaching your congregation about that, you're not going to be hey, when it's your turn to go without, you're not going to be able to handle that. Okay? You're not going to be able to handle that. And that temptation is just going to tear you up, man. Okay? Let me see. I mean, I think that's pretty much the point. You know, I just wanted to jump into speaking about the MOTB a little bit, this RFID microchip. You know, hopefully the message was received. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Continue to cry out until Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in hopes that we can get the hell out of this place, man. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.